Hi guys, it's Dr. Selene with BU Medical. I want to talk to you about the décolleté. It's a beautiful area that I think makes so many women look so feminine, but also an area that gets exposed to the sun, gets exposed to wrinkles, gets exposed to sun damage, hyperpigmentation, all the things that we don't really want sitting on our chest, especially when we're trying to show off some cleavage and everything else looks great except for this red bib that we're wearing on the top of our chest. So let me tell you a few different options that we have. There's a lot of things to play with in this area, and we just have to pick and choose what's the best for you. So if there's pigment, if there's sun damage, if there's redness, oftentimes we'll recommend multiple IPL treatments, which is basically a photofacial that goes over the chest area. And it just helps diminish that redness appearing, kind of pops off some of that pigment, and just kind of refreshes the area as a whole. There's also a YAG laser, which uses a different type of laser to kind of help tighten the skin, help alleviate some of the fine lines, and as well can do redness reduction in that area as well. As far as injectables are concerned, we can always put little microtox, which is little blebs of Botox in that area, just to kind of blanket the whole area and soften it. We can also use fillers. Sometimes that can have a little mixed result, but we can literally go in the lines and fill in the lines. Remember, it's still a filled in line, so the line is still there, but it's softened up. And then we can also use Sculptra, which is collagen regenerating. We make it into a special solution that can kind of help regenerate the collagen in that area, and that's a really beautiful aesthetic that our patients have seen great results with. Lastly, I want to talk to you about therapy, which is ultrasound therapy. It is painful on the chest though, so be aware that that is painful, but it uses ultrasound energy to rejuvenate that whole area, soften the fine lines, increase collagen, increase elastin, and can really help you in that zone if it's a huge area of concern for you. The other thing that I want to mention that I don't want us to ever forget that we sometimes don't talk about is good skincare. So remember, skincare doesn't stop at your neck, it goes all the way down. So remember, skincare goes from here to chest, here to nipples is what I heard somebody say. So from top of head to nipple area. So just remember, take care of all that area. Use your Retin-A on there, use your sunscreen on there, use your lightening pads, what we call our crack pads on their area. Try to soften things up, stimulate that collagen, take care of your chest the way you do your face. Even things like our HA5, our hyaluronic acid, are awesome when you're about to go out for the night. If you do a test when you come into clinic, you can put one on one hand and not on the other, and after about 15 minutes you'll see the difference. So it's kind of a nice way to plump up that area for a special event if you're going out and you want to go the extra mile to plump that area up, and of course moisturize. So I love our vitamin C liquid sunshine, and I use it kind of all over my body, including my chest, just to kind of plump and moisturize. Most of these areas have no downtime at all, which is the beauty of getting these treatments. Albeit they can be a little bit painful, but again, most of the time, minimal to no downtime. This is an area that is hard to attack just with one modality, so we use lots of different approaches to skin the cat, essentially, and some will be more successful for you than others, but we can guide you in that process and say, hey, let's start with this one, and then move on to this, and then move on to this. Remember, we want to keep our bodies guessing what the heck is going on. We're having to work a lot more than we ever had to, and when you're dealing with the décolleté, it probably has gotten a little ignored. So we want to be here to serve you. We can guide you in that process. If you're curious about it, set up a consultation today, and we'd love to serve you. Remember, we want you to look great so you can feel great, so you can do great things. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.